Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. There may have been some new hints to the final typings of some of the Generation 9 starters. We also have some new theories to go over about the gimmick for the Generation 9 games. Plenty of stuff to cover today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off with the latest trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Of course, the website got updated, but so did the information on the starter Pokemon. Now, Sprigatito's isn't that crazy. It just says capricious and attention-seeking. It may sulk if it sees its trainer giving attention to a Pokemon other than itself. So, not really any hints there about the typing that it's going to be. Fuecoco, not necessarily anything there either. It says Fuecoco is laid back and does things at its own pace. I guess the only similarity here is that it's got like the exact same kind of description as Hisuian Typhlosion, which of course became a Fire Ghost type. So if you really want to clutch at straws, you could say because they use the same kind of, I don't know, ways to describe these Pokemon, they might be the same type. But yeah, it just says it loves to eat and it will sprint toward any food it finds with a glint in its eye. However, though, for Quaxly, it actually says the serious-mannered Pokemon will follow in its trainer's wake. It's tidy and it especially dislikes getting its head dirty. But then it also says here it uses its strong legs to swim freely. It has strong legs and is able to swim without difficulty, even in places with strong currents. In battle, it kicks its opponents swiftly and repeatedly. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know why a Pokemon that isn't a fighting type would be kicking its opponents swiftly and repeatedly. It also has really strong legs to enable it to swim through even the strongest of currents. So that right there is kind of just a massive hint to Quaxly being a water fighting type Pokemon. Now, of course, that was already hinted at in Riddler-Q's leak, so we kind of already knew that that was the direction that this Pokemon was going to take. But now that Pokemon themselves are kind of hinting at it, saying that it's got really strong legs, this just kind of gives me the Galarian Zapdos vibes as well, because I'm pretty sure it says for Galarian Zapdos it has really strong feet for, I don't know, running or whatever. So it's kind of using the same situation there. But yeah, for like Sprigatito and Fuecoco, it doesn't really have anything in about their types. Just says about scales that absorb heat. External heat is absorbed by the square scales on Fuecoco's stomach and back, then converted into fire energy. And then also flickering atop Fuecoco's head is fire energy that is leaking out from inside the Pokemon's body. So when Fuecoco gets excited, its head spouts more flame. So again, nothing really there. For Sprigatito, again, rumored to be, I think, Grass Fairy, and Fuecoco is supposed to be Fire Ghost or something like that. When Sprigatito heads, kneads and rubs with its forepaws, a sweet aroma is released. Nothing there about any other types. The composition of its fluffy fur is similar to that of plants, letting it create energy by absorbing sunlight. It adds moisture to its fur by grooming itself, which aids its ability to photosynthesize. So again, nothing there, but of course, Quaxly's is a massive hint to being a water fighting type. Now, of course, whether you want to believe Ridicule or not, he said that Quaxly is going to be water fighting, but now there's also hints on the Pokemon website also talking about this, and we also have people talking about this as well on the r/PokeLeaks Reddit. This was posted by OK Open the Game, saying Q leaked starter types possibly affirmed by the official website. So as many of you may know, Q has dropped a riddle which we interpreted to be the secondary types of the starters. Oh no, Sprigatito is going to be Grass Dark, which is obviously not really something I was expecting to see Sprigatito be, but again, this is what Riddler-Q is saying, and again, he's been right about everything. So these are basically going to be the types of the starters. So Grass Dark for Sprigatito, Fire Ghost for Fuecoco, and then Water Fighting for Quaxly. After the second trailer, the official website dropped some new information about the starters. So obviously in Quaxly's second entry, it states it has strong legs and is able to swim without difficulty, even in places with strong currents. In battle, it kicks its opponents swiftly and repeatedly. This pretty obviously shows signs of Quaxly learning fighting type moves, which probably means it's going to become a fighting type as it evolves. So based off this, I would say the probability of Q's leak being correct increased, although his wasn't the only leak that claimed Quaxly would be water fighting. As for the other two, the website doesn't offer much that could hint towards secondary typings, Both Fuecoco's entries talk about its fire capabilities, with the scale on its stomach and its head. Sprigatito's entry describes its abilities to emit sweet aromas and photosynthesize, both of which are pretty grass related. The sweet aroma sounds like kind of fairy-ish, but it's still more of a grass than anything. As far as I can tell, there is nothing that proves or disproves the types of Sprigatito and Fuecoco, but I'd say it's safe to guess that Quaxly will be a water fighting type Pokemon. Again, a lot of people thought it was going to be water flying because it's the duck, but again, I think if it was going to be water flying, it would already be water flying. You know, it's already got, you know, wings. It's already a duck. It doesn't need to evolve into a flying type. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be water flying at all. Quaxly's chance of being water fighting are pretty high going by the official website. The others are still up in the air. The website's description is not that on the nose yet. Going by this official statement, the chances of Quaxly being water fighting are high, but let's not forget that a certain Alolan starter was a wrestler with fire dark types. Cinderace is also a kicker, which had fans worrying he's going to be a fighting type. That being said, those two have understandable reasons why they're not fighting. What would Quaxly's be? One thing that I loved about the Alolan starters is how unpredictable their evolutions are. Incineroar got the short end of the stick, even though I don't think he's full of personality, but the other two are stellar and also far from where I thought they'd go. Rowlet losing its flying type was something no one saw coming, which is obviously very, very true. Honestly, Fire Fairy would have been cooler in Zult for Fuecoco. Again, this is... I don't want to say it's confirmed, because it hasn't been, but Riddler-Ku has been right about literally everything so far, and he's saying that these are going to, well, I'm pretty sure these are the types that he's saying. You know, this is kind of the riddle that he posted, and people have kind of broken that riddle down and come to this conclusion. For Grass Dark for Sprigatito, Fire Ghost for Fuecoco, and then Water Fighting for Quaxly. But I think now it kind of confirms that Quaxly will be Water Fighting. Whether the other two are going to be Grass Dark and Fire Ghost, I don't know, but I think this kind of description really just kind of, I don't know, amplifies the water fighting type for Quaxly. Anyway, we also have some more theories and stuff about the starters. So this was posted by Sonar Thane, saying, theory, the starters might also have to do with the whole past, present, and future theme. So Quaxly might evolve into something that resembles an old Spanish sailor, navigator, or explorer, typing it in the past theme. Fuecoco might become a snake-like creature that loses its feet, similar to Snivy. This makes its theme be about the Darwinian evolution and tying it into the future theme, also fitting into the Chinese zodiac. Sprigatito could be the one that doesn't change much throughout its evolutions, representing present. It could also have something to do with Schrodinger's cat, representing past, present, and future at the same time, and being alive and dead at the same time. Grass/ghost type, maybe. I don't know if any of these make sense. I just wanted to get them out there. Probably with a few tweaks will be made into the legit theory. Imagine different evolutions depending on which game you get. That would be kind of crazy, but I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think they'll ever do anything like that for the starters. Maybe for other Pokemon, but not for the starters. Makes sense, but if you think about it, they haven't done that to any of the starters' final evolutions. That would be awesome, but I wonder if they could both represent past and future by having two final forms each. Sprigatito could have a form that represents an ancient prehistoric cat like a Sabertooth. Quaxly could be an ancient form that is pirate. And then also, Fuecoco could have an ancient form based on the skull design. This sounds cool, but I don't think it's real. I think we would have had something from Riddler-Ku talking about that. And again, he's not really brought that up at all in any of his riddles or anything like that. And again, Riddler-Ku is the only one that has 100% got leaks of the game, because he's the only one that's posted things and has never been wrong. And then the last thing we're going to be talking about is how the gimmick could tie in with the starters. So this was posted by Velvoxel, saying gimmick/starters possibly connected to Kalos and will complete the triangle. So the gimmick, in the very first trailer there were a lot of hints in the live action part, like the grapes/oranges, etc., but someone pointed out something quite interesting. There's a globe of the moon, kind of random, right? Why would they have a globe of the moon? Well, Spain is close to France, Kalos, and what do we know about Kalos? The Anastar City sundial, which has a connection to Mega Evolution. Now that's really interesting as what one of the NPCs, in particular Hex Maniac, said. Did you know that there are moondials too? Now this might seem insignificant, but what's interesting is that the symbol in the Scarlet and Violet Japanese logos, it has a crystallized look of sorts, kind of like the Anastar sundial, and we haven't seen a moondial yet. For this reason, I think that the next battle gimmick will be connected quite closely to Mega Evolution. One leak mentions past/future forms. Maybe this is what happens. Like Dynamax, there is a Pokeball throwing animation, but instead of the Pokeball getting bigger, you throw it through a mirror like Rift. Like the end of the Scarlet/Violet UK trailer, and it comes out either in the past form or future form. Again, it could be something to do with past and future forms. I don't personally think it's going to happen. I don't think Mega Evolution is going to be in this game at all either, by the way. I know that we're obviously based in the Peninsula, which and obviously Spain and Portugal. That's right next to France, and obviously France, Kalos, Mega Evolution originated there. I just don't think Mega Evolution is going to be in this game. There might be Kalos hints, there might be Kalos kind of Easter eggs, but whether we get Mega Evolution in this game, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, starters and Pour Me. So with the potential connection to Kalos, what if it extends beyond the gimmick, but also helps complete the triangle pattern? What do I mean by this? The starters seem to have a trend going on from Kalos to Alola. Now the data is limited because it's just 2 instances and Galar kind of broke the pattern. What if it returns to form? Scarlet/Violet could complete the trio. In Kalos we had Buff Grass, Feminine Fire and Cool Water. In Alola we had Cool Grass, Buff Fire, Feminine Water. So all that's left to complete the trio would be Feminine Grass, Cool Fire, Buff Water. And the starters look like they might follow through. Quaxly could become a Buff Sailor, which obviously would be the water fighting type. Now we don't know for sure, but we will see soon enough. It extends further than that. The Pika clones seem to be starting a type triangle of sorts. Electric Fury in Kalos, Electric Steel in Alola, and all that's left is Electric Fighting. With the whole Port aesthetic, Pour Me could evolve into an Electric Fighting, but Pika clones don't evolve. As I've mentioned, this is the first pure Electric Pika clone since Gen 4, and your rival uses them, which is kind of odd since a rival usually uses Pokemon that can evolve and are not as weak as Pika clones. I mean, obviously we had Marnie use Morpeko, which obviously doesn't evolve. But I guess it has like different forms and stuff if you wanted to say that. But either way, some cool theories here about the starters. But anyway, they're all the latest updates for the starters. Again, very, very likely that Quaxly is going to be water fighting. I think it's the starter I'm going to choose now. I've seen gameplay of it. Like, it's honestly the first Pokemon game in a long time where I've just constantly changed my starters, but I think in-game it just looks so much cooler than Sprigatito and Fuecoco. So yeah, Quaxly, depending on obviously what it evolves into, I think I'm going to be starting my Gen 9 adventure with this bad boy here. Anyway though, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. It's trying to 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.